What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the real feel. Welcome back to me life. I don't know where this video is gonna go. All I know is that it's coming from the heart, and I wanted to wait a couple days out of respect for myself and for anything else, I guess, to wait to say it this way. So if you're willing to listen, sit back, grab some popcorn, grab something, because this may be a long video. It may be an emotional one. It may not be. Like I said, I don't know exactly where to start. All I know is that last Friday was the worst time that I ever went through in 8 months. Even though I had my time with 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I made videos about that. That wasn't even it. Wasn't the worst time in 8 months. I know this. I've had a lot of pressure on me for myself in the past 8 months, putting a lot of pressure on me, thinking I need to do this and I need to do that. And again, this is my first time ever in 10 years being this long clean, or being straight off of drugs, staying away from it, not going near it whatsoever. And I think it's a lot of buildup that I've had pressured and built up for my music, trying to make videos, trying to get a merch brand going, trying to manage all my accounts, trying to satisfy people, trying to satisfy myself. And as an artist and entertainer, that's what I want to do. So this is coming to a point, but all this, I feel, was built up in the past 8 months. And I've seen this coming, and I just made a video about this a few days ago, about you think you have control. And I wasn't saying, like I said, I wasn't saying I was in the best position or anything like that. And I want to be straight up and honest with you people. This video is for people that are actually going to listen. This video is not for people that are going to look at this different and judge me and take my words and twist them and do whatever you need to do with them. This is straight from the heart. This is being honest. This is being straightforward. And I feel that maybe for the ones that are actually going to listen, they're going to take this in and understand where I'm coming from. But again, so a lot's been going on in the past 8 months. Trying to do, this is the most, I've said this before, this is the most I've ever done in 8 months for my music, my videos, this merch, talking to people, connecting with a lot of people, doing this and doing that, doing this. This is a lot I've done in 8 months than I've ever done in the past 5 to 6 years, ever. So that's a lot to me. And I'm realizing this now, and you can't put too much peas on your plate, especially when you're trying to better yourself or going through recovery. And I feel that I've had a lot of built up with my music, trying to find a new place, trying to get out of here, trying to do this and trying to do that. And then when it's not happening, and then you're getting told oh man, just keep doing what you're doing, keep being real, keep being this and keep being that, when I've been doing that for 8 months. I've been trying my best, and I've been trying to do this for a while, and I've been trying to do this. And when you're not getting the full answer, and you're not getting what you're trying to do, and you're not getting the answer for it, it gets frustrating. And it gets frustrating even saying it, because I've been doing this work, and I've been trying to put this stuff out, and I've been trying to be the artist that I want to be, and I've been trying to be the motivator that I want to be, and I've been trying my hardest to do this stuff. And I feel that it's been a lot of pressure on myself built up to this, trying to get out of here and trying to do Friday. Friday was a bad day. It was a bad day. I thought it was a good day. Like I said, you think you have it under control, and I said this in my last video that I was drinking a little bit more than usual, and I probably wasn't being straight out. How? I mean, the past month it's been a lot. And Friday, I drank 2 bottles of wine in a few hours. And I had a bottle of wine in an hour or something like that. And I was like, what the hell is that? It did nothing. So I want, Anyways, I drank wine that night, or that day, afternoonish, I think it was. And I took a little bit of edibles, so like mixing that stuff. But anyways, so this is coming to a point from the beginning to now. I started drinking, and I was drinking, and I thought, like, you know what I mean? I was just numbing myself out, because even that day I was looking for a place. I was trying to look for a place, and I messaged 15 people. 15 people, and not even one person get back to you. And it's hard because I have my animals and stuff, and I'm trying to find a good place for them, and I'm trying to find a good place for... So I was drinking. And I had 2 bottles of wine that day, and I wasn't in the best mind state. Like I said, all this build up, thinking it's okay, thinking everything is this, and then it hits me. And that day, I snapped. I feel to believe I snapped. Like, I snapped. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take it. And I wasn't even thinking about getting high. I wasn't even thinking of it because I was drunk, but I was I was buzzed, let's put it that way. And it was coming around like 5, 6, 7 o'clock, I think it was, between then. And I was, I think I just snapped because all this pressure, and then nothing was like coming to, and then you're hearing this and you're hearing that, but nothing's happening. And I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that, and nothing's really like coming together. And I'm trying to do this all by myself, trying to get clean. And I made it this fucking far, and then I was drinking. And I was talking to these people, and this person brought up this thing one day, and then it frustrated me, so I started off on that person, and I went off on that person. And then I went off on somebody's comment, on somebody's status. I commented something stupid. Just stupidity. Just fucking stupidity, man. And I take full responsibility for being stupid that day, but... like I said, it was just build up. So it kept building up. I kept putting myself in that position because I didn't give a fuck anymore. I was just like, I didn't give a shit anymore. And if you go back to my old statuses, you'll see. And a couple of these people know. They were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I just kept going because I didn't give a shit anymore. And then around 8 o'clock, that's when it happened. That's when it was, I said, fuck it. And I made a message, and yeah. I got high that night. But the thing about that is that I don't know how to explain this, man. I felt I needed it. I felt at that moment like it was a choice, and I'm not anything building up to that. I'm not blaming anybody but myself. I'm not blaming anybody but myself for making that decision, the stupid decision. And I had 2 choices. Go to fucking sleep, or go get high. Or see what it was like, because I feel like, you have to understand this, in the 8 months, it's like I quit. Done. I was done. 8 months ago I was done. Quit, walked away from it completely. And then traveling through that 8 months, constantly in your head, and you're constantly trying to like do better, and you're constantly trying to do this, and you're constantly trying to do that, and that's not coming together. So I just went, and I exploded. Mentally, I exploded. I just didn't give a shit anymore. And the whole point of this is, I feel that I needed it. It's not that I wanted it the next day, because I fucking threw everything out. I threw it all out the next day. Whatever was left, I threw out. And like I said, as soon as I even did it, it was like, yo, why am I here? I don't even want this. What am I doing? And then you already did it. So where else did you go from there? And you have to be in that position and understand. Let me put it in this perspective. Take a second to think about your favorite thing that you want to eat, that you love to eat, that you love to taste, that you love to do. Just think about it for a minute, that you're like crave, that you haven't had for a while, and you're craving it. And you're like, if you had one bite or one taste of it, you guarantee yourself that you're not just going to have one bite. Just think about that for a second. What is it? What is your favorite thing? Anything. What is your favorite thing that you want to taste, and you know if you have one bite, it's over? That's what it feels like. That's what it felt like for that. And I took my one bite, and I was like, I don't want this anymore, because I don't crave it anymore. I think that I just snapped, and I just didn't give a shit, and I was already in the flow, and I was already down there. Remember I was talking about you're already getting there, and you got two choices? Well, I made that choice, and again, you can take this any way you want, but I don't fucking want that game. I want nothing to do with that game. I want nothing to do with doing that stuff. I want nothing to do with hearing about it. I want nothing to do with seeing about it. And I know that I said this a few months ago, but you have to understand the position that I'm in the position that I've been trying to push in the better ways, and having this all built up. My music, I haven't done any of this in years, and then I'm doing all this, and boom, it's coming all at once. And then, like, you see, in even 8 months, you would think something would happen, something good would happen, and you would think that you'd be in the best spot, but you're not. And it hit me that day. It hit me hard, and I feel to believe, and I'm not even drinking until summer again. I'm not even touching it, because that's what led up to it. And it's no excuse. I'm not blaming the alcohol, because it was my choice to drink it, and it was my choice to be buzzed, and then it was my choice to do those fucking things and say those stupid things. And I'm not even proud of it. I'm not even proud of Friday. Friday, I'm not even proud of at all. I'm not even proud of it from the time I woke up till the next day. I'm not even proud of it at all. I'm not proud of anything I said. I'm not proud of anything that I did. I'm not proud of it. All I know is that I feel that it was meant to be, because a lot of things woke me up that day. For one, it woke me up it reminded me why I never wanted to do drugs again. It reminded me, so I'm not going back. It reminded me why I didn't want to do it, and I feel I needed that because I was built up, and it sounds crazy to some people, but now I feel to believe that I needed it, because it woke me up in so many things. Not to get high anymore. It woke me up. That showed some true colors to from a lot of people, and it showed me why I don't like that game, and it showed me why I don't like being in that spot. And I'm telling you, as soon as I didn't even listen to music. I didn't fucking talk to anybody. I didn't do anything. As soon as I did it, I didn't do nothing. I didn't give a shit about nothing in that moment. Do you remember what I said in that last video? Is that you get stuck in that state where you just don't give a shit. And I hated it, but I was already in there, and I had to go through it. And I took a break yesterday. I slept all day, and knowing that I just don't want it, and I don't like being in that state. I didn't listen to music at all yesterday. I watched videos. Remember in the last video I said that that's what I would do, and that's what I did. And it reminded me to go, you don't want to be here, man. This is not where you want to be. But it woke me up, and I'm happy in a good way, in a bad way that it happened. But I'm not happy about what led up to it. I'm not happy at all. I'm not proud of that at all. And it hurts me. And it did hurt me yesterday. I was so clogged up yesterday. I was trying to process it. I barely did anything. I tried to process it the whole day, because I truly feel, and I truly mean this, that I don't want to do it. But whatever led up to that, I never want to be in that position again. And drinking started that. Well, I overdid it, and it was my fault. I overdid it. I had 2 bottles of wine in a couple hours, or a few hours, and I know that's a lot to some. But this was happening the past 3 weeks. I've been not having 2 bottles a night, but I mean saying that this led up to this, and I was numbing things out in the past month, because I was doing my music still, and it wasn't holding me off from singing or anything. But what holds me off from doing that stuff is doing drugs. And that's what I didn't do any of that stuff on Friday night. I didn't touch it during the day. I was drinking, or let's say afternoonish, 2 or 3, from 2 till about 7. I had from 3 o'clock till 7. And I didn't touch any drugs until that night. It was nighttime. And I didn't do anything after that. Nothing. All I did was thinking about, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? But people can take this in any different way that they want to, and think that, oh, he fell off. Oh, he's going back. Oh, he's doing this. Oh, he's doing that. No, you have no idea, unless you truly listen and understand what I'm saying. that I didn't touch it for 8 months, and that was the first time in 10 fucking years. Think about that. First time I didn't touch it for 8 months when I did it 365 days of the year for years. So not touching it for 8 months, and then it built, like, I was thinking about, and I've mentioned this in videos, and I'm like, wow, man, like, it's not easy. And I think I mentally snapped from all these things that were built up, trying to get out of here, trying to do better, trying to find a new place, and I just walked away from that stuff just completely. And again, I am not proud whatsoever of Friday. I am not proud of it. Whatever led up to that and whatever happened after that, I am not proud of. And I fully apologize to the people that were part of that. But I'm so thankful at the same time that it happened, because it woke me the fuck up. It woke me up and said, you don't need this, you don't need that, you don't, because there were so many things that happened that night and the next day that I've never wanted to be part of. And I don't want to be part of, because it's a nasty game. It's an evil fucking game. And for me to realize that, it makes me happy, and I'm happy that I waited the 2 days before I even jumped on a video. And I even told a couple people that day that this is not the day for me to be talking about whatever's going on. All I know is that I'm sorry, and I know that I made a fucked up mistake. And but like I said, also it was a good thing. If you truly listen to this and you understand what I'm saying, I feel that I needed it. It's not that I needed to do the drug and get fucking high. No, I needed the wake-up call. I needed for you to go, this is what you're going to go through. This is what's going to happen if you do that. And I was wondering why. I remember saying this in my first 2 months, saying, how do I know that if I'm for sure don't need it? How do I know? And this one person said, maybe you're right. And they said, but what if you do it and you get caught up? And I said, what if I do it and I don't get caught up? What if I do it and I get fucking... This was 8 months ago. I did the first month of it. The first 2 months. So this 8 months later, almost 9 months, I feel... And then when I was already in that moment, so I was like, you know what? Just fucking do it. Gives a fuck. Like, nobody gives a shit if you did or not. They just care that if they know that you did it, they're going to be like, oh, I knew he was going to do it, or I knew he was going to do this. You don't know shit. You don't know nothing. All you know is what I'm telling you and what I'm giving you the experience of what I actually went through and what led up to that and what has led up to that. And if you listen from the beginning until now, then you'll understand, and I hopefully that you understand that what can lead up to it. And putting too much peas on your plate and trying this and trying to do that, and like I said, you think that you have it. And me drinking more than I normally do that day, it led up to that, where I start, because I just didn't give a fuck anymore. I didn't. And if you look at some of my statuses and you look at, it's not even funny, but like, fuck, man, it's nuts. I laugh because it's fucking nuts, because I'm not supposed to be that person, and I'm not supposed to treat people that way when I'm trying to do this. But truly, do people actually give a shit about me? And I've said this before, that I feel that sometimes I'm just an image, because a lot of people say, oh, you're this, and be real, and always be the kind person that you are, and always be real the way you are, and things will start to happen. I've been doing that for fucking years. And people say I give a shit, but they don't have no action. So all this, and then trying to do good for you all, and then nothing's really coming out of it, and I'm still getting fucking told this and told that. It's just a lot of build up, and I just didn't give a shit anymore. Friday was the day I didn't give a shit anymore. I tried to give a shit, and I tried to give my good positives, and I try to give my good lifts ups like I always fucking do. But Friday, after a certain point, was not a good day at all. And nobody got the conversation when I was high. Trust me. Nobody ever got no message when I was high, because I don't message anybody, or I don't post anything when I'm high. I don't do that shit. I never did the whole time I did it. Never did. I was buzzed on fucking wine. I was drinking too much wine and I was drunk and I didn't give a shit. And I said some stupid things that I shouldn't have said, and then it led up to that. That's just the story. That's just how it is. That's what happened. And if you want to take it in that you think that I'm going to do it again, or you think that this and you think that that, I'm still on my year run. One time and I'm going to make June. I guarantee you that. I guarantee that. And I haven't drank yesterday. I didn't drink the day before. I haven't drank in 2 days. And I'm not drinking until summer. I'm not even going to. If I have one, maybe. But I don't even think I'm going to do that because I need to process this. I need to get back on track to like focusing on what I truly need to be doing and not trying to put too much peas on my plate and try to focus more. And that was a good wake-up call because it gives me a chance to focus on really truly what I need and what was around me. And maybe it was maybe, like I said, maybe it was meant to be. Maybe it was meant to show me something. Maybe it was meant to show me, well, if you're gonna do this, this is what's gonna happen. And it was like all those things happened. Was like, wow, I remember why I didn't want to be here. That's happening. I remember why I didn't want to be here. That's happening. This is happening. That's happening. I was like, wow. I was like, this is why I didn't want to be here. But I wasn't thinking that in the past 8 months. I wasn't thinking that. I was curious. I was curious of what was going on and why these things weren't happening. Things good were happening when I was getting high, but then all this craziness is happening when I'm getting sober. It's fucking weird. Weird, man. But it's showing me something, and I take that personally. I take it to heart, and I take it because I'm on this spiritual journey, and I believe in these things. And if I didn't give a shit, and if I didn't care to talk about it, I need to talk about it with somebody. I needed it off my chest. So I needed to talk about it on the video, and hopefully somebody's listening. And for the people that are truly understanding where I'm coming from, they're going to hear me. And they're going to listen. And they're not going to judge it. And they're not going to twist my words and think that I'm this and think that I'm that. You're going to take this in and understand where I'm coming from and why this happened. And like I said, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming anything but myself. I'm not blaming anything but myself for what happened that day. And it's not a bad thing. It just happens. I just like to be honest and straight up about it, what led to this situation. And it's been a lot of build up, a lot of pressure, trying to get clean, trying to get my music out there, trying to do this and trying to do that, all in 8 months that I haven't done in 6 years. Putting it all out there, just going doing all this very, very quickly and thinking I'm okay, I'm just doing my music, I'm just doing this. But then the past like week, I seen it, I felt something coming, but it wasn't like thinking, oh, I can't wait to get high. It wasn't that. I just felt because I was drinking and I felt I was numbing something out, and I thought it was okay until Friday. I had 2 bottles within 4 hours, within 2 hours or whatever, few hours. I was buzzed out and I just didn't give a fuck anymore. I wish somebody messaged me and said, go to fucking sleep. Like, I wish somebody said that. I was hoping for someone to but nobody gives a shit, man. Most of us nowadays just give a shit what we care about. I care about y'all. If I didn't give a shit about y'all, I wouldn't put half these videos out there, and I wouldn't put half the positive things out there to try to help somebody. So I give a shit, man. I truly do, but that's a lot of pressure, man. That's a lot of pressure because there's a lot of you, and you can't satisfy everybody. You can't do that. You can't satisfy everybody. You got to try to satisfy yourself because you can't satisfy everybody. I like to try to. Again, a lot of build up in the past 8 months, and that's what happened. And yeah, okay, I relapsed once. I did it for 4 hours. 4 hours, and it was done. And in the first 10 minutes, I was like, why am I here? Straight up, what the fuck am I doing? Stupid. I hate that game. I don't like that game. I don't like what's in that game. I don't want no part of what's in that game. Because that night and a few hours after and the next day, I found out why I didn't want to be in there. Because next day I did shit all. Nothing at all. Except fucking all I can smell was the shit. Oh, man. Stupid. So yeah. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, and I told you it was going to be a long video, I didn't know where it was going to go. All I know is that it was from the heart. It's the truth. What led up to that? And it was my fault. And I'm so happy my parents weren't part of that. I'm so happy because they were years ago part of that fucking stupid anger part, and when I was drinking and whatever. But like, I was buzzed out that day. I was drunk, and then it led up to nighttime, and then I was stupid, and I had to process that in the past couple days or day or so. So I hope you're listening. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know it was a long video, and I hope you took it. I hope you took it in and understood where I was coming from, and understand that this journey is not easy, and understand that I guarantee you that I'm gonna make June, and when June comes, I'm gonna say one time in 1 year, that's better than fucking 365. One is better than 365. That's the way I look at it, and that's the way I'm gonna take it, and I'm moving forward from this. And I'm going to do better for myself and not have a drink until the summertime, or at least till spring or longer. But because that's what led up to it, and I never want to be in that position again. I never want to be in that spot ever. I don't want to be. I want to have control of it, and I don't want to have. No, I don't. So again, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Keep that head up. Keep smiling. Peace out.